What if I told you the AI revolution everyone claims will change humanity forever might also be one of the biggest bubbles we've ever built? This is the story of how AI went from a nerdy science trick to a trillion-dollar frenzy, why investors are throwing money at anything that sounds remotely robotic, and why the whole thing might burst before your phone even finishes updating its apps. Once upon a time, in the ancient mystical land of 2012, a group of researchers fed a computer 10 million cat photos. And the computer said, "I see it. It's a cat." Scientists cheered. Investors shrugged. But something powerful had awakened. Not in the model, in the hype machine. A decade later, AI could write your school essays, pass the bar exam, flirt badly, and generate a Renaissance-style portrait of a potato doing ballet. Everyone agreed this thing was going to change the world. It didn't need to make sense. It just needed to say, powered by AI. Mysterious, magical, slightly unstable, like a digital genie that sometimes grants wishes and sometimes gives you images of humans with 17 fingers. Enter Wall Street. Investors heard the words artificial intelligence and reacted like toddlers hearing chocolate cake. Money didn't drip in, it poured. Companies rebranded overnight. A calendar app became an AI productivity engine. A toaster startup became intelligent bread optimization technology. A PowerPoint plugin raised $200 million after saying deep learning twice. What does your company do? We use AI to predict when your cat wants attention. Brilliant. Here's $80 million. Suddenly, every founder with a pitch deck and a latte had a $600 million valuation. All you needed was a half-baked idea and the ability to say LLM, AGI, and disruption without blinking. The hype reached final boss mode. Big tech sprinted like they were late to school. GPU prices skyrocketed so fast, engineers started treating graphics cards like rare Pokemon. If you own 10,000 NVIDIA H100s, you weren't running a company, you were running a religion. Super Bowl ads featured AI that didn't exist yet. Teenagers were building chatbots in their bedrooms. Your aunt with the crystal collection started asking whether she should buy AI stocks. Some companies didn't even have a product. People weren't investing in businesses. They were investing in vibes. And the vibe was, AI will solve everything, including problems nobody has. And then cracks appeared. Small at first, then big. AI companies started missing revenue expectations. Startups realized GPUs cost more than their entire payroll. Training models became more expensive, not cheaper. And suddenly, forbidden questions re-entered the chat. Wait, how much does it cost to run this thing? Do you have customers? Are you profitable? And why does your chatbot think the moon is made of cheese? Optimism shifted to doubt. Doubt shifted to confusion. Confusion turned into the kind of awkward silence you hear during a Zoom call when everyone hopes someone else will speak. Some AI companies collapsed quietly, others loudly. A few were acquired for scraps. Funding slowed. VCs ghosted founders, and suddenly, everyone pretended they always knew it was a bubble. But here's the plot twist. Bubbles aren't always bad. Because in the rubble of failed demos, hallucinating chatbots, and empty pitches, something more real started to appear. A small group of companies kept going, quietly, methodically, like engineers who didn't get the memo that hype season was over. They weren't chasing AGI, they weren't promising to replace lawyers, teachers, and your grandma. They just built useful things, stuff people actually paid for. They focused on profitability, controlled costs, and solved real problems. While everyone else tried to build an all-knowing digital god, these companies built the boring parts of AI, the parts that actually work. And just like the dot-com crash left behind fiber optic cables, servers, and the skeleton of the modern internet, the AI bubble is leaving behind its own treasures: massive GPU clusters, open source models, new algorithms, cheaper compute, smarter workflows, and millions of developers who suddenly know how to build with AI. The losers disappeared, but the tools stayed. And now, the next wave is already forming quietly in the background. AI doctor assistants, AI personal agents, AI robotics, businesses that use AI as an engine, not a decoration. No more launch parties, no more billion-dollar funding rounds over coffee, just builders building. So, will the AI bubble burst? Yes and no. The hype will pop. The unrealistic promises will collapse. Some companies will vanish faster than you can say burn rate. But AI itself? That's not going anywhere. It'll reboot, mature, integrate quietly into everything until it feels boring, not magical. And boring is when it becomes truly powerful. Not because we screamed about it, but because a few stubborn engineers refused to quit. The AI bubble won't kill AI. It's shaping the version that will actually change the world.